ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Once again, we journey to the distant planet of Aethus, because it's showtime. Hi, guys. Here we are now. Entertain us. We'll resume the game. I actually played a little earlier today, but I didn't do anything. Just got a bunch of crafting maps. Ran around, gathered a bunch of crafting maps. And I left it myself right here so that I can sleep. Alright, we have to locate Kappa facility. No cap. Lone Star Wolf! Welcome. Good evening. Let's see. Upgrades. Right, we can't get the upgraded oxygen filters because those cost way too much money. Alright, well, the thing that would serve us best in here, I think, is the mining laser crystal.
Am I going to be a machine god again? Or are you going to let me enjoy it this time?
Huh. I think that joke only really works the once, pal.
Cargo habitat probably next.
Regardless, we should be able to cut through the nodes in that meteorite crater like butter now.
Ooh, a wind turbine. How much does that thing, how much power? 6 power. That would be pretty good too. Any crafting plants we need immediately. Not yet. Eventually we're going to need the tangrite. But we don't have a regular production of tangrite going right now. It took us forever to excuse me, get enough to make the thing we needed. So I think we can go with the cargo hab. And what's the second thing? What was that middle thing again? That's right, the wind turbine. Solar panels have to wait until tier 3 friendliness. See, can't purchase them. It would probably be a good idea for me to do that first. Just make up one of the... So, 22 green, ooh, a servo motor, and 2 kaolite frames? 2 meteorite frames. I think I've got the maps for that. We need 4 meteorite bars then. I happen to know we have more than 4. 20 minutes ago, you got a message from Twitch telling you that you earned Bloom Badge level 2 from my streaming. I wasn't streaming. No, I wasn't streaming. Regardless, congratulations. Or possibly condolences. I shouldn't judge. Okay. 2 of the kaolite frames. Meteorite frames, sorry. 2 meteorite frames. Twitch is, technically really not a good software company. We need 20 of the construction bricks. I'm pretty sure we've got those sitting around. Go. 20 of those. Was it 2 of the electronics or 2 power cells? Should be electronics, shouldn't be power cells. Something that produces power shouldn't take power. 2 electronics. 2 basic electronics. And then, was it a servo motor? I think it was. Yeah. Twitch technically is not very adept. That's the most polite I could make that. We need another servo motor. Do we have the makings of a servo motor. We're going to need 2 Kaolite frames, 2 basic electronics. 2 Kaolite frames. And 2 more basic electronics. Yeah, technically Twitch has never really advanced itself the way you would expect. They've kind of sat on their asses, technically speaking. Largely. Rolled out a lot of features that they hope they can monetize. 3 microcircuits. I will need 3 bars of gold ingots, if you will. Presumably these are small ingots. Of course, they got bought as sort of a half-assed speculative purchase by Amazon, and Amazon doesn't know what to do with them. We should now be able to make the latest addition to the Lens family of products. The horizontal wind turbine. And we are at +7 power now. I will note I have also used up some of the explosives I had just sitting around the house to clear out some space and probably move my dwelling over here. I'll probably need a medium. No, that's a large, and that one's definitely a large, and then that one is a small to clear these out, and I think that'll be enough. 2 larges and a small. We are going to try and make it to the Kappa module. Hence the title of the stream. By the way, in a very cool side note, the developer sent me a thank you on YouTube. And I thanked him for the game and told him how much I liked it and said I hope his next game will use the same sort of the mechanics that he has put into place here, extended and expanded. And it will take place, different characters, different storyline, on a derelict spacecraft. And he said, with a smile, that he too is a fan of derelict spacecraft. He responded. Okay. All right. It is northwest of us, the Kappa module. So in that direction. Now, we may have to turn around. Get partway there and turn around. Facility Kappa. Or there may be something we'll need to get in. Now currently we are at 1 second. I think we hit here, it's going to go to, yeah, it goes to 2 oxygen intake per second from 1 up above. Is this Kappa? This is Facility Kappa. The undersea dam. Facility Kappa.
It is stuck.
We need another servo motor.
Maybe there's another way around?
There isn't. I checked to make sure.
I might just double check.
What if I actually triple check so you don't have to?
Then she's definitely going to check.
So we need a servo motor. And I just made one and used one.
Running low on air.
So we can make it there and back, but not by a bunch. Servo motor, right. I think we've got enough gold. I hope. No, I hit upon what I like about the game so much last night at the end of stream, where I just said it's a vibe, and that's what it is for me. It's a vibe I really like. Alright, because I have the brain of a duck, you know, the servo motor. 2 Kalyonite, 2 electronics. Nope, there is no driving. I don't remember if there ever is in the game. I don't think so. Last 2 Kalyonite frames, for now. I do have a bunch more Kalyonite sitting in one of the crafting stations. No, that's the thing is I'll move my base closer to the climber. And that will be fine. That should take care of it. We also now need 3 microcircuits, which means we need 3 more gold. And I think that was what we had in the oven, was just 3. Oh no, we've got more than that. Okay. It's fine, everyone. It's fine. Now that is the sort of thing, though, that he could add. But at this point, if I'm him, the dev, I should say, I'm looking at my next product. I mean, he has continued to make additions and fix things and stuff. Little additions to stuff, quality of life stuff, he has continued to make. But if I'm him at this point, I'm thinking of my next project. As a guy who does, the overwhelming chunk of it himself, a couple of years' work. I have no idea of how many it sold. But let's take a wild swing and say 10,000 copies. And a lot of those would have been at $16 a piece. And Steam takes their 30%. Yeah, that's like maybe $100,000. He would be taking home from a couple years' work, which sounds like a lot of money, but not for a couple years' work, maybe. Again, maybe it was a part-time, then full-time product that he was working on. Maybe it sold much more than that. I have no idea. But if I'm him, I'm thinking about that derelict spaceship idea I proposed. By the way, if you're watching and need a collaborator, I ran D&D games for decades. I can tell a story. I have lots of good ideas. Okay, we are back into the bad air again. So that is 2 oxygen ticks per second. Be a consultant, an unpaid consultant. Friend of the game dev.
We're at the signal coordinates, but it's just...
Oh, oxygen.
Water.
Promises are important, they said. Did they say that to you too?
What are you trying to keep us from finding, suddenly?
There are structures under the lake. And a big power draw.
You do know humans can't breathe underwater, right?
What's that across the water from us? Dam?
Could be what caused the flooding. Maybe we can drain it. Let's check it out.
Well, we've got a chest with some stuff. And a work pad. Okay, no, okay, that's good. We get back into the oxygen, we can read that. Decommissioning of drill site 3 is going on schedule. This is the one I found earlier today. Most of the platform's been removed, mainly just the drill itself. Chapman was on about me at the time it's taken. I've managed to hold her off so far with concerns about the hot springs corroding the structure, but she won't accept that as an excuse so long. Maybe I can stretch out the drill decommission for another couple of days so I don't have to get down to that dark pit anymore. Can't stand the dank, fetid air and the lack of natural light. Up here, even with the fumes of the springs, I still feel safer and more alive. So all right, mate. You fancy some fishing next rest period? I don't know. I've been picking up extra shifts. Ah, come on. You don't need a break. I'm going with the Australian accent because he says, all right, mate. Gotta get out of that big metal box you live in. We finished setting up the fishing spot, so it's a lot comfier than before. Oh, well, it would be nice to be by the water again. Yes. Come on. Jungle's really nice right now. I don't know how the seasons work down here, but it's a lot cooler than usual. Okay, fine. I'll meet you at Kappa, and you can show me the way. Awesome. It's not far, just across the dam, but we'll go together. Gotta go. Harlow's on the warpath again about this project. Speak soon. And also goodies. Let's hope for some goodies. Fishing lures. Now here, cargo elevator. It needs a power cell, but it has one. Ah, but the water level must be lowered for us to use it. To get to the underground. Underwater. Under thing, whatever. Oxygen, which love is like. You get too much, you get too high. You may have heard me say that before. Over here, we have a drone pod. And drone pod storage. Anything? Doesn't look like there's anything else here. Oh, we got another box. Construction theme. Allows us to basically change the colors on our base. Alright, so we know where Kappa is. It's under the water. Let's see. We will go ahead and use that. Chasmacorp Gray. Well, let's see. Do we currently have... we do have an oxygen... Oh, we have a couple of oxygen domes if we need one. So we can up... We have another message over here. Hold on. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. 1,500 credits. Ah, we already own this. Yeah, this was me buying the horizontal wind turbine just a little bit ago. Yeah, I got half the credits back because we just found the plans. Great. Well, that's gold, and we are a little bit short on gold, so I'm not going to screw around. I'm going to grab that. We'll re-oxygenize ourselves in a second. How are we doing on Tangrite? Can we... Ooh, we can get the small Tangrite node. So the upgrade for the mining laser definitely was worth it. Very nice. That's good. All right, we will catch back up on the breathing. I hear good things about breathing, you know. We will drop off the deep stone here for now, because it's very heavy. And we still don't have the, like, industrial kiln that's required for doing anything with it.
drainage.
Dams is one secret underground.
Appears to be rusted shut and inaccessible.
Appears to be too.
That was rhetorical, Roland.
Okay.
Does that say undersea dam?
Rhetorical again. I can tell.
Damn control. God damn control.
That means he knows he doesn't have to answer.
Yes, thank you, Stanley. So it's like a sea under a sea?
Probably not that.
That's a lot of doors.
Sign for
Locked
water.
ones.
Very locked. Keycards and genetic two-factor ID. Let's see if I can.
First thing they installed. Before I arrived. Before I didn't return.
You're being weird deliberately, aren't you?
Can you decide not to do the things you did?
Why won't you just tell us what...
Tracking strings. I got into the door systems and found data on their paired keycards. The strings point to other facilities. Mu and Theta. And back to Epsilon. I have their locations too.
Alright, let's check them out so we can see what Grandad thought was so precious about this place.
Suit chassis black. Ooh. Well, come on. All the cool kids like the black clothing. We've got an anti-gravity tech. Used in the crafting of advanced items that utilize anti-gravity properties. Well, yeah, that would be my expectation. Well, we're going to take that, of course.
What's this thing?
It appears to share elements common to various aspects of my current chassis. Particularly my gravity tether ports.
Huh. Could it be related to the anti-gravity tech that Ark use?
Definitely possible. No one seems to know how they make it, but it gave them the edge over the other megacorps. I'll do some analysis and get back to you.
In here, we got a little tangrite, another oxygen dome, galleonite frame. And we need the personal key card from Grant Harlow. But while we're here, we'll pick up this Arc Cola. I could use an Arc Cola right now, you know? Just like Mom used to make. That doesn't actually make any sense, does it? Did I miss anything in here? I did. Petroleum fuel. You can sell that. For a wee bit. Is it related to Jolt? I don't know. It's certainly possible. Up to the damn exterior.
So, 3 doors and 3 key cards. Epsilon, Mu, Theta.
One keycard from each facility.
Seems so.
Okay, I don't think we can go that way.
Stanley knows. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but how does he fit in?
I'm gonna
Before or after?
take a quick trip down
If you return now,
to refresh the
you'll have to go in
O2.
and know.
Not gonna happen. This is my claim. My granddad thought it was important for me. I'm gonna find out why.
Granddads are often genetic, but no one returned, so you can't be from them.
Are you 100% positive no one returned?
I didn't know you could be less than 100% positive. That is alarming.
All right. Facility Epsilon, Harlow's key. Theta has Sinclair's key. And Mu, or Mu, has the chief engineer's key card. we got a little bit of time here. A new recipe's been unlocked. Jaspite refining. Grab the O2. I'll check the fence around the outside here. The broken fence around the outside. Okay, that answers that question. That's a big gold node. Let's see if we can get up there easily or not. Looks like not. We are in the 2 oxygen ticks per second area. Oh, a little more gold. Don't fall, Lens. Lens attempting to not get himself dead. So far, so good. All right. Yeah, almost full. All right, we'll head back to Epsilon. Now, presumably, and what's it, the engineers? No. There's a key card we need there, but it's in a part of the base we haven't been able to reach yet. So presumably the ways to reach that are going to come from Moo
key cards to find. Any suggestions on where to head first?
Theta.
Well, we do need them all. I don't suppose it matters in what order they're collected. Let me pull up the limited info I have. Theta is a bioengineering and hydroponics research facility. Perhaps we'll find a way to grow some of these plants for ourselves, or a way to make those fancy auto-injectors you've been finding. Moo is the local power generation facility. I'd wager there are bound to be plans for improved power facilities we can adapt for the outpost. There's also Lambda. No keycard there, but it seems to be an archaeology outpost. Maybe there's valuable technology to be found.
Archaeology?
Finally, Epsilon. We've had a good look around, but I'm getting the tracking string for a keycard in there somewhere.
Choices. Thanks, well, that's useful.
Hey, Maeve. With one of those bypass moles we made before, and the tracking strings I got from the dam systems, I think I can open that giant bunker door we found down here.
You won't return, just like me.
Thanks, Stanley.
The ominous door that I now feel is even more ominous.
Then we're gonna want
That's the one. The tracking data says the keycard from a Dr. Harlow is in there, and the bypass mole can integrate with the ID string
Bypass
system
mole.
and entry code. We'll need a new mole for each bunker door, though.
Think the keycards to get the keycards to get the Kappa module from inside Kappa. Not confusing at all.
up, please. First floor. Lingerie, power tools, pet supplies.
I've been doing some checks on that weird piece of tech you picked up earlier, and it's definitely related to ARC's anti-crafty technology.
Wow. They're incredibly protective of anything to do with that tech.
Well, if it were the reason you became the most powerful tech corporation in the galaxy, and no one else knew how you made it, I imagine you would be too.
True enough. So, where did it come from?
It appears to might be going down low from your pal Trudy, but we could potentially use this for ourselves.
Yeah, I doubt she'd be keen to know that Ark's stuff is being reverse engineered by some strange project on my claim.
I suspect you're right on that.
Sell that. The petroleum fuel. Gasoline, as we call it. I've got to drop the rest of this stuff off in various and sundry places. Okay. Gold goes there. As does the tangrite. We have a bunch of clocksite in there. Good. How did I end up with that much bloody deep stone? That's right, I actually built storage just to get this crap out of my inventory. Our first jaspite ore. We did get a recipe for smelting that as well. There it is. 10 to 1 to make a jaspite bar. Well, we're not making one of those right now, are we? The Falsar crystals. A Kalinite frame. I've been framed! Medium terraforming charge. The mining explosives can go there. Fishing lures, which seem a little strange, not gonna lie. Bladestone can go in there. The injector oxygen. Drop the regolith where it's supposed to go. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No. Regolith goes there. Next up, it was, I believe, Theta, mysterious eggs, access denied. The vault. Right, they're not saying anything about the vault. I don't remember. I believe it was just one of the bypass malls. So we'll need a gold bar and an electronics module. Basic electronics. I'm doing okay. But I will admit, I am a bit biased because I love this game. I played it to completion once before and has a very, very strong narrative story thread. It doesn't start really having that, but it generates it in a very organic feeling way. And as I said, I have played it all the way through once and I just got the urge to play it through again. It's possible I'm mildly insane. I don't want to judge, but it is possible. And how about you? I have just made a bypass mole. I think that was all we needed for the vault downstairs. Can't say you've ever heard it. That doesn't surprise me. It is currently on sale, I'll point that out. There is a demo of it. It starts off basically as you stake a claim on a sort of desert planet where there used to be someone else's claim that was not successful. And you start off just doing a little building, basic building, and you go into the caves and you discover there are some actual facilities in there, that whoever was here previously had built a facility. Turns out, a number of facilities on various different levels. Let's go down to Facility Epsilon. So, it starts off as a survival crafting game, and it maintains a solid spine of survival crafting through the whole thing. But it becomes more and more about story and exploration as you play. So far, it's my game of the year from the first time I played it. Unseal the bunker.
Bypass is integrating. entry code injecting now.
Promises. Please, it was a promise. You said it with your words.
Oh dear.
God. Are they all?
There's
No life signs.
5 bodies. Of course they're dead.
Unkind. I didn't know they were unkind.
Well, they say it's been a long time. Maeve, there's a keycard ping from one of the corp... people.
Got a new sign. I can make a sign for the medical zone, district building. Suit chassis, arc blue, another color upgrade, if I choose to partake. We've got nice credit chips, 1,000, 200, and 2 100s. I'll take that. I'm gonna save the bodies for last, I think. You're a sucker for a good survival crafting. Try the demo. Would be my suggestion. Yeah, I've turned into a big fan of the survival crafting genre. I will note, no combat in this game. So, a lot of people, they want the combat part as one of the elements. This one, doesn't have the combat, and instead it has really good story. We've got 2 more anti-gravity techs. I'll take that. We have a work pad from Grant Harlow. Tanya, you know that I'm not one to be overly cautious, but I must once again urge taking particular care today. Lee. Grant, you assured me in the lead up to today's test that everything was, and I quote, absolutely ready. Well, yes, as ready as we can be given the circumstances. As we discussed, without the perfected construct, I can't guarantee success. We have no choice. The board are breathing down my neck. If we fail, we try again. It's just, well, you remember what happened with the very first sample, the blackout? You don't need to remind me, Grant. I was physically in the chamber, unlike you, if I recall. Yeah, well, I had to monitor things from the gallery, naturally. I have to prepare. We'll debrief after the test. Last one you tried to get into was Space Engineers, but you think that... Oh, I think I've seen that one getting played. And, I don't think I played it. Wow, my brain is getting to the point where I can't tell if I played it or I watched somebody playing it. Yeah, if it's the one I was thinking of, yeah, it had a lot of extremely focused detail work in it. Is this Grant's body? Yeah, this is Grant's body.
This keycard says it belongs to a Dr. Harlow.
Return, return, return. You must return. It's not help to see.
Couple of health injectors. And 4 more bodies to check for... 5 more bodies to check for any kind of fat loot. Nope, this corpse has nothing on them. 2 more 100 credit chips and some cactus moonshine. That sells for 250. 3 200 credit chips, very nice. Ooh, personal key card for Simone Parker. And a nutrient bar. Is it cannibalism if you eat a candy bar off a dead body? I think probably not, unless... Oh, there was another body. Unless the candy bar grew out of the body. All right, did we get everything in here? I think we did.
Everyone here is dead. Because I could not provide a return.
Why didn't you return?
It was my job to protect them. I hugged them as tight as I could, but it was not enough.
Free candy is free candy. It's a very pragmatic point of view, but I can't deny the attraction or simplicity.
Louder than they said it would be.
The tastiness.
There was no return. Just me.
Maeve, I think we need to talk. Alone.
This voice, we don't know who or what it is. It does seem like it might be a little bit cray-cray. Alright, I don't know if we have Simone Parker, was that it? There are some crew quarters over here, and we didn't have keycard access for any of them. Let's see if we do now. This is George Broussard. Cootie Sinclair. That booping is that there is a another message on a data pad. Lisa Chapman. Grant Harlow. Well, basic electronics. We'll filch that. Attention, contingency planning. This communication is designated management eyes only. Nothing good ever happens to the non-management people when there's something for management eyes only. Awareness, distribution, consumption, or acknowledgement of this communication by unauthorized personnel is punishable by the penalties defined in subsection 21A of the Compulsory Employee Agreements document, Permanent Revocation of Corporeal Actuality. They can permanently revoke your being. Team, the existence of protocols for dealing with the winding down of projects such as this is completely normal and expected, especially for projects operating in the kind of adversarial circumstances we do. We've all built relationships that would make the final steps of tear paper protocol difficult. I suggest you use this fact to motivate your teams to redouble their efforts so that we can demonstrate the viability of our approach in the next extraction test. I trust this additional context puts the topic to rest. Tanya Lee, Expedition Lead. Hey, we're working on some dicey sounding stuff. We've got, what, a couple more candy bars? I picked up something. Advanced electronics, my first one of those. Oh, gold bars. She just had gold bars sitting around me. That's nice. Somebody was ready in case they had to get out of Dodge in a hurry. That's the one we read, so there's another one beeping at us in the next room that we do not have access to yet. Alright, we've got Grant Harlow's keycard. We got some goodies out of that. We still can't get through that automated door. That leaves us with Theta and Mu facilities that need to be investigated. Who's the other card then? Free gold definitely ranks higher than free candy. And unless you're really, really hungry. Or possibly starving. Right, we got the personal key cord for Anthony Shin we previously had. Grant Harlow, Chief Scientist AI. Simone Parker, the security officer. Maybe here, the storage? No, that's a code, not a card. How are we doing on the amount of stuff we're carrying? Nope, still can't get in there. But look right there. Oh, it's a recipe. It's a blueprint. We can't get to it. Why can we not get to it? I just want to get to it. Is that too much to ask? And over here, we grabbed everything out of here. And we can't get past this, despite the fact, I mean, I could climb over that, okay? But evidently, gravity's super strong right there. We can go ahead and eat the nutrient bar. Oh. I feel nutrified. Is that a word? Alright, facility Mu. Was Mu the power facility? I think it was. This will give us a 3-minute boost of 15% to our movement speed. Alright, we're going to head for Moo. It's called Moo, not for the Greek letter like you would think, but because that's where they keep the cows. What? You think I'd make that up? Yeah, okay. That's fair. The food and water part of survival is optional in this game. You can have it just provide buffs, which is what I've chosen to do. But the oxygen is not optional. So that's one of the limiting things you've got to work with. I think we can get through there. Is how fast your oxygen ticks. For instance, right now we are at 2 oxygen ticks per second. We have 120 oxygen ticks left.
This must be the new facility.
Well, we need servo.
Responding to my commands.
Whoa. This place is totally overcooked.
Alright, we need a servo. Wait. Yeah. So we've got 27 seconds to get back to
Need some fresh air soon.
the air buggy. I think we'll make it. But it will be close. We might take a little damage. Once you run out of oxygen, you start ticking life instead. Yeah, we'll make it. Just not by much. Alright, we need another servo to get into Moo. A Tom servo. That's a TV reference. Anyone who gets that reference is a person of taste and discrimination. They have my admiration. Alright, that's Moo. Then there's Theta, which I think is through the other gate and to the left. And that was like biological experimentation and stuff. And then the engineering one is, I think, to the right, which I don't remember which facility that was. Lambda. Let's try Lambda. We are still in 1 second, 1 oxygen tick per second air here, so.
Looks like their bridge is out.
There must be another way across. Let's explore a little.
That's not the way. Over there, perhaps, through a tree? A fallen megaflora type tree? We are now in 2 ticks per second.
Certainly is a lot of bones.
I've never seen anything like this. This place just keeps getting more magical.
Maeve, I'm
Yeah.
seeing elevated radiation levels in this area.
Can you identify a source?
Too much gamma for a natural source. Detecting fissile byproducts too.
Great. A broken nuclear reactor then.
Your ship will shield you at this distance. I'll keep an eye on the levels though.
Alright, what do we have?
This facility appears
Injector.
to be the origin of the radiation.
Access
Levels
comms.
are okay-ish. I think
Lisa
it's
Chet,
worth it.
we'll get back to this later.
Every facility we explore seems to contain something valuable.
Yeah, it's going up.
We're gonna need every advantage we can get.
We've got
to make this
another
expedition a
recipe.
success.
I'll let you know
Sign
when you start glowing.
nuclear. Okay, we can't get that open.
Wait, Maeve! The reactor's through the next set of doors. It would be a very bad idea to go
Bad idea. Got it.
Alright, Dr. Floaty. If we can't access the reactor, how do we fix it?
fire off a suit scan and let's see what's going on.
Is it going down here? No, it's still going up, just slower. Drone pod. Still ticking back up. We're still at 2 oxygen ticks per. Let's poke our head back in and see if we can scan anything else. An injector? Yeah, an injector, I think. Nothing in there.
Okay, this facility is equipped with a remote reactor repair system back in that room we passed. If you put a new core into it, the system will automatically replace it. If we don't fix this thing, the whole reactor could melt down. This entire ecosystem is at risk, Maeve.
This place
Okay.
is beautiful. I would be able to live with myself if I could save it and didn't.
That's the spirit. I agree. We'll need to replace the reactor core with a new one.
Right. That means
Fuel rod
a
housing.
and a new
Crafting
casing.
recipe.
The casing we can make at the outpost. Have we come across anything you could use for a fuel rod?
No, this was the first
We-
radioactive source we found.
Get the oxygen first, and we need to head back.
I did notice a secure storage area of the cargo bay back at the Epsilon facility.
Do you think there'll be a fuel rod there?
If they're operating reactors like this, they're bound to be in a secure storage area. I think it's our best bet.
Looks like we're heading back to Epsilon then. Let's go.
Where's the tree that we managed to get across in? Over there? Because the oxygen is ticking. Yep, 2 per. Gonna be close. I think it goes down to 1 per pretty quick here. We're still at 2. Now we're at 1. Okay.
Maeve, watch your oxygen levels.
Uh-huh. We're gonna poke our head back in here, and then we're gonna try for theta. We have a journal entry, which we will read here while we're in O2. I checked out the Lambda facility. Sits right in the middle of a huge swamp. Yeah, okay, that's... Epsilon. That was Tanya and Harlow talking. Contingency planning. That was the secret memo. Silly Lambda. Chapman. Tanya, to what do I owe the honor? Hello, Lisa. I was informed that there might be some sort of issue with the power system at Lambda. I wanted to check in personally. No problem. Not to worry. It's all in hand. I'm dealing with it myself. Good, but indulge me. What's the issue? Honestly, it's nothing to worry about. The standalone Corinium reactor we installed is just having some teething problems. Go on. Well, the fuel rods we're getting from Tau are just a little off-spec for the first time we've heard about the Tau location. A little off-spec for the casing sleeves we have. It's not a problem. It would take years to have any noticeable effects. So, no possible safety issues? No. We even installed an ARMS system that's an automated reactor maintenance system in case any maintenance is required. You could replace almost the entire unit without even having to go in the same room. That said, the need for a standalone reactor here at Lambda was unforeseen, as I've previously mentioned. We've already discussed it, Lisa. Your objection is noted. There was no alternative with the corrosive nature of the soil in the vicinity. I'll raise the Tau issue with Mr. Lacey at the next engineering roundtable. Understood, Dr. Lee. Let's... Right, we need a servo for Moo. And we need to check what recipes we've got for Lambda. Alright, we're still at 1 per. Two per. So we've got about a minute.
What in Art's name is this?
Alright, we can't get in the front door.
It's moving, Roland.
Fascinating.
I know we can get in from here.
Ew. I do not want to touch that stuff.
It could be useful. This is why your suit has liquid-resistant storage, Maeve.
We'll grab that.
What's that all over the game?
I can connect to the gate subsystem, but the mechanism isn't responding.
2
Clogged with all
servo
that
motors.
gunk.
Alright, we're still at 2 per.
Running low on air.
Back to 1 per. We'll head up, make 1 or 2 servo motors. Back in we go. Beam me up, Scotty.
Maeve,
I know, Stanley's definitely not all there.
it's not just that. I'm still getting pings on that sub. And not just on the carrier wave.
You think I has something to do with Stanley?
There are still many sectors of my memory that I can't address, despite your granddad's maintenance efforts. They all have a file stub, and they're all getting pings.
I don't speak cold thing.
It's like there's a song you can't quite remember the words to, and then you think you hear it, but there's no music. It's incredibly frustrating.
I always knew you weren't like other AI constructs. I'm sorry whatever made you is making things difficult.
Just let's be careful. Nothing here
Good
makes
idea.
sense, including Stanley.
Maybe Stanley most of all. Let's see. We've got 1,000 for 200s, for 100s. The moonshine. Where's the moonshine? Come on. Swamp wheat. Let's see, for right now, we're dumping the anti-gravity text there. Organics there. Couple of bars of gold. Money, 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 money! Money! Alright, what else did we get the recipes for? More connectors. Cooking station. Nothing there. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Nothing important there. Ah, those are the signs. Has a lot of housing options that have no real functional use, but are meant to be cool. So that was nothing new. Over here, we need 2 servo motors. So we're going to need 4 kaolite frames. Alright, we're going to need 12 kaolite bars. Kaolite frames, 4. We're going to need 4 basic electronics. And we're going to see if we've got enough bars. Gold bars. To make... was it like 6 microcircuits? That's a bypass mold. Yeah, 6 microcircuits. We need 6 gold bars. Oh, we need more ruby dust powder. I think I've got that sitting around. Not there. Fused up all of that. And we gotta find our rubies. 10 dust rubies. Get to pounding. Pardon my language. Regolith. Alright, various and sundry there. We have got 6 gold bars. Let all that burn through and give us more of the dust ruby powder, which sounds to me like dust ruby dust. I mean, dust ruby powder. Powder is dust. Microcircuits. 6. And that allows us to make 2 servo motors, allows us to get into both mu and theta. Two servo motors. One. And 2. All right, we have our 2 servo motors. We're heading back down, lads. I may continue to play some more off-stream, but not anywhere close to finished for this evening. But when I am, I may play some more off-stream, but it will only be to gather up resources. Maybe move my house over here, gather up resources that I can sell so that I can buy additional recipes, maybe play around with some of the nifty-looking bits and pieces. But there'll be no story. Back to Epsilon. hit move first. And we're off. We'll oxygen up here. Head around. Waterfall over there. Pretty. All right. We've got a recipe for a sign that says electric. Work pad. We'll.
Why would a security guy need herbicide?
To use in a power plant?
After going fishing?
Alright, here we are. Let's check the latest message. Administrative support request update. Parker, your submission of a personal health well-being risk mitigation adjustment, Form 73T, via our administrative support request portal has been received and reviewed. Your directive remains as previously issued. You are to detonate the herbicidal displacement device inside the move facility tomorrow, and before the AM team shift begins. I can assure you that no damage will be caused to any critical power generation equipment or project assets. Additionally, sufficient study of side effects was conducted by the team responsible for manufacturing of the formula in the biolab at Theta, with acceptable levels of health and well-being realignment detected. Oh, acceptable by whom? Management is confident that operations will not be meaningfully impacted. Further, your request to alter the detonation timeline to accommodate your morale-building fishing exercise is denied. Administrative support request number 9629 is now closed and automatically marked as gratefully resolved by submitting party. Yep, HR. Console locked. We need a bypass mole for that. Great.
Laser time.
Maeve, this foliage seems strange. It's not going to be susceptible to my laser.
It can only be removed using
Upgrades won't help?
herbicide
More
charges.
sparkles. No one will notice unless they get some too.
He's right, I think. As much as it pains me to say it, better lasers cannot solve every problem.
I'm dubious.
We need a different solution.
I think
The security guy's log mentioned herbicide,
definitely
right?
better
What about that?
lasers.
The formula seemed to be in Theta.
Sparkly.
Exactly, Stanley. Solar panel, yes. I mean, right now we're good on power, but solar panel will be better than more windmills. There does not appear to be anything else in here. Oh, take that back. Arc Cola and a fishing lure. Anything else I missed? Uh-huh. Packaged foodstuffs that we can sell for a little bit of extra cash. We are also going to run a circuit around here to see if there's anything we're missing, because we have now good access to oxygen. So we can run around looking behind things. Oh, a break in the fencing. Well, that would have been nice to know about before I used up one of my precious servo motors. So these are solar, I'm assuming. Oh, we can't get in here because... same problem. We'll read that in a minute. How are we doing? Whoop, we're not doing great on O2. It is ticking 2 per, so...
Maeve, watch your oxygen levels.
Yes, Mom. Oh, we can check that journal entry now. Custodian damaged Moo panels. Rupert, I appreciate you guys have a pretty crappy job cleaning all the junk off the equipment across these facilities, but one of our panels at Moo was damaged again in the last couple of days. I'm sure I don't have to explain how much these things cost. It's not exactly simple to modify standard photovoltaic panels to operate on a totally different wavelength from sunlight to generate power from bioluminescent flora. If your team aren't sure the best way to clean these things, we can take time to conduct a training session. They just really need to stop breaking them. Get back to me when you can, please, Dieter. Dieter. Another cargo drone. We'll take that. Gorgo tree. That sounds delightful. More overgrown plants that we can't get through. Aha! Aha! And that's why we run around. Unlock a visor for Pangamony. Pangamony visor. Well, that would be pretty. Is this how far we got around the first time? I think so.
Maeve, your air supply is running out.
It is, so we can make it back again. And we have finished here for now. Until we get the herbicide charges. Okay, I actually think it's closer for us to go this way over to... oh, was it Lambda? The power generator? Yeah, Lambda. We are at 2 ticks a second. Oh, the rear entrance to Epsilon. Please tell me we don't need a servo. We need a servo. Alright. Yeah, we should make it to Lambda. Do a quick oxygen suck.
I'll need some more air soon.
Let's see if I can have got the materials to swamp nodes. We'll see if we can't blast a couple of swamp nodes. Now it's deep stone, which I don't particularly like, as it's heavy, and we don't have anything we can do with it yet. Bladestone. A couple of rare items drop out of that stuff as well that we haven't seen before. We'll grab the O2 and we're off for... Ooh. And we already hit Theta, didn't we? I was thinking we hadn't, but we have. Up, gold. Yeah, we're at 2 per tick. I think I've gone the wrong way.
Maeve, your air supply is running out.
No, where we are, I think. God damn it. I don't know what this is. I hope I can get in. I can. Well, is this like the fishing shack that they mentioned? Shujin Tai, or Tai Shujin, sorry. We recently discovered a unique form of native life on one of our regular expeditions in the vicinity of the Theta facility, and have set up this module lab to study it more intently. This organism appears at first to be a standard variety of fungi. However, when an electrical stimulus is applied to an extended sample, a response is visible from others nearby, despite no physical connection. Even isolated from the spores that the organism emits, other nearby fungal entities appear able to not only detect what is happening to the original, but appear for all intents and purposes to experience the same stimulus. Dr. Tans has jumped to the conclusion that this is a genuine example of a hive mind organism operating at a level as yet unknown to modern science. However, I share Dr. Sinclair's opinion that this is far-fetched and requires a far more experimentation before we even float the possibility of the idea to a wider scientific community. Not to mention the secrecy of what we're all doing here requires that we hold back from any kind of announcement. Alas, the virtues of biological science take a backseat to whatever it is the rest of the expedition are up to in Omicron and beyond. We will continue to study this new pseudo-fungus alongside our existing research. Cargo Bay Mark II and sign leaves. Bottled water. A couple of empty injectors. Oh, we have another Jenkins. Let's see if we can figure out where to help. What is that? Oh, it's a box and another blueprint. Crushed can and fallen can stack. 2 fishing lures, injector, and arc cola. I was almost back to where I thought I was. But a little bit off meant that I found the nifty little shack hiding there behind stuff. Did I not open? What did I use the other servo for? I thought I made 2 servos. One for Mu and one for Theta. I was going to use the second one on the rear entrance to Epsilon. When I didn't see it, I thought I'd actually hit Theta already. The old man's brain, guys, it's just... You know, don't you? Yeah, you know. Put that away there. Oh, I do have the servo motor there. How did I miss that? Like, multiple times. It's right where I thought it was. I think we'll go with the rear entrance to Epsilon rather than Theta. I don't think there's an easy way there on this side. I think we have to go basically to Mu and then across. Yeah, we're blocked off here. Oop. Okay, I fell and almost died. That's possibly a problem. Back this way, maybe? At least I didn't die. I mean, outright die. I got an owie. Sure, sure. Plummeting almost to a near fatal, well, plummeting to a near fatal demise.
Here.
I think I'm going to run out of air. I do have an oxygen drop up. Okay, we got to use it. R. That's a small one. It'll refill slowly. Okay. No death today. Not today, death.
Maeve,
Oh, God, that's temporary. Holy shit. I didn't realize it was temporary. There's something here. I hope we have a door. What the bleep? Cindy, I found this key in the grass near the platform. I assume someone dropped it while they were over here. Put it in the storage chest. I'll leave it to you to handle. Yeah. Oh, the Loadmaster's key.
that key is Loadmaster, Maeve.
That'll be for the secure storage area at Epsilon.
Uh-huh.
Let's go get that fuel rod.
Let's fish. Fishing lure plans. On the workstation, discover plans for a strange device that appears to utilize jury-rigged arc anti-gravity technology in an unorthodox way. You think you should be able to make this device at the electronics workbench if you can get your hands on the required materials. That's what they just gave me, right? Yeah. More anti-gravity tech. All right, I think we can make it to that end of the dam. That's the first time I've ever used one of those regular oxygen generator bubble things. I didn't realize they were short-lived and don't give you a whole bunch of oxygen juice, let's call it. And this should be Kappa, where we can grab more oxygen. Actually, yeah, I'll do that. Near-death experience. So exciting. Thrilling. All right, we're back to 1 tick per second. Let me in! That's the storage. That has the combo, right? Yeah. That's the Loadmaster. Here?
Secure storage. Locked. I've already got the key.
Get inside and have a look.
There we are. We've opened the gate. We've opened the door. We will get on the floor. Everyone do the dinosaur. Sorry. Nuclear fuel rod.
A reactor fuel rod.
And 2 more anti-gravity
Should I be
tech.
touching this?
You're fine. It has a ceramic case. Density seems strangely high, though.
I think Lambda's reactor is configured for rods with this spec. This should work nicely for a new reactor core.
Blood is safe to carry. Everyone needs it.
Okay.
Okay.
It is definitely not all there.
And blueprint. Sign. Up arrow. Sign left arrow. Sign right arrow. Make a lot of signs. Oh, the headmaster's office. Look at that. Will ya? Another blueprint. Table lamp and desk lamp. Not that exciting, gotta say. Did I miss anything in here first? Let's check. No. Over here, we've got an Arcola. We've got another blueprint. Large boulder and flat boulder. We have the key card for Roger Patton and a 1,000 credit chip. Money, 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 money. We have another Jenkins, the armored Jenkins. Console. Please contact your workplace administrator. Oh, IT's been here. They locked it down. Okay, that's the canteen. Or we still can't get. No registered occupant. We have Simone Parker. We have her key, her card key. We have another recipe, blueprint. Lights and flashlight purple. We've got a couple of 200 credit chips and another fishing lure. Arcola. Delicious Arcola. Access granted. Epsilon personal log Anon 955. Position unknown. Today's rant. I've got to stop working with imbeciles. I go to all this trouble to set up secure firewall terminals and work pads, and they go and leave them laying around. Or even forget to use their anonymous credentials. Do they even realize the risks they're taking by doing this stuff? If we were found out, Maybe I need to quit while I'm ahead. The credits are really good, though. People love booze. Oh, the higher-ups denied my bloody safe working request, giving me who knows what herbicide stuff to deploy without safety gear. They don't even say what it's used for. Getting sick of all this. Alright, that one we failed at. That one we got into, I'm going to assume. That's the Loadmaster's office. Are you the Loadmaster? I am the gatekeeper. Personal key card for Dieter Yar. For Dieter. And this is the airlock out to the other side, where we will need a servo to pop open that gate, I think. But we'll see if there's anything else outside that we can nab. Eventually we will want to be able to exit here, as it's a closer exit to a couple of places. Moo and Lambda. Sign warning! Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Alright, those can't be touched. Nothing in that. We got another blueprint. Empty injector. I'll get to that in a minute. Terraforming, Quake Maker, and mining explosive charges. Yeah, at some point we're definitely going to need one more servo motor for that, but we also have the one for what's its face, for Theta. I feel a sneeze. I feel it. It has come and gone, the sneeze. We do not fear the sneeze. The sneeze fears us. What else are we carrying? Awful lot of weight. What's the big weight that I'm carrying here that's adding up to 50? Is it the anti-grav? No, those are a half-pound each. What the hell is it? Oh, fishing lures. 8 pounds. That's a good chunk of it. Alright, we're going to try Theta now. Alright, we are all zoomed up and ready to run, literally. I mean, I know I can climb over the fence to Theta, because I remember that from my first playthrough. But frankly, I don't have enough memory on the details to know how we get back out. Is there another break or a way to get in? Well, what we can do is we can try that, because we do have a way to get out if we need it, which is that we do have a servo motor. So we can go through the sort of rock pile on the left-hand side of the gate to get in. And I think then there must be a fence down somewhere inside as well. Or maybe we can just...
Hey, Shane. Ow.
I'm recommend locomotion by gravity repulsion.
I had forgotten there was an oxygen. Those fungi are kind of throbbing in a deeply uncomfortable way. I'm just going to poke around the outside first. Mycelial mass. Queen mycelia. I remember that being hard to get. New crafting recipe, a mycelial biomass. No, I don't see the a break, an obvious break in the fence anywhere. Probably, yeah, you can probably hop over in the rocks there.
I'll need some more air soon.
You got it. Suck wind.
This isn't just overgrowth.
Aye. Like it's colonizing.
Or it's trying to strangle the place.
Must have happened after whatever happened.
You don't matter often. No one does.
Thanks. Subject ID, growth sample 71P, project status clear, material test status positive. After application of herbicidal formula 18A, complete regression of invading bioluminescent flora was observed. Moreover, material structural analysis received no traces of growth promoters. Additional testing of the formula Bunny 903G5 is ongoing. However, tests on bunnies 817P2 and 387M1 indicate acceptable levels of genetic abnormalities and metabolic permutations. Acceptable levels of genetic abnormalities. Use of herbicide for facility clearing operations is improved. Well, yeah, as long as it's just, some minor, genetic anomalies, who cares?
Unknown biological contaminant detected. Looks like an automated biolab. You can see
injector,
island,
health.
so there's something stuck in that exit hopper too.
Well beyond repair, even for you. But I can extract both the operations program and its manufacturing
Biolab,
specs.
herbicide charge.
GotY. What is this thing?
I'm picking up complex alkaloids, extreme levels of phytotoxins, alarmingly low pH. Couldn't ask for a better herbicide.
Do you think you could reverse engineer it so we can make it ourselves? With the others to clear some of the plants blocking our way.
Not a problem. By the way, keep a safe distance when you use it. You don't want to know how melty this would make you.
No, thank you. No healthy for me.
Welfare Habitat Communal Terminal. Facility-wide announcement. Good day, team. I wanted to take an opportunity on the day of our colleagues' latest foray beyond the bounds of scientific progress to remind us all of our most important mission here at Theta. I'm sure you'll share my opinion that our beloved calling, that being the biological sciences, while less flashy than the specialties of our colleagues in Omega, is nonetheless a vital discipline for this expedition, and that we all fulfill a critical role in the ecosystem of these facilities. While we here at Theta are also on the brink of our own historic breakthroughs, we must nonetheless continue to perform our key role in the production of edible food products. The work we do here enables our colleagues and friends in our sister facilities to do their own. So I ask you to keep this in mind moving forward and resist unsanctioned, non-critical work that doesn't further our core mission here. Together for the future, Dr. Sinclair. Yeah, you and your minimal genetic abnormalities. That sounds like a winning prospect. Biodome. Isn't that a movie?
These spores are getting denser.
Your suit filter should be keeping them out.
Greenhouse habitat.
Not doing a great job.
That's worrying. Be careful.
Greenhouse blueprints.
I didn't realize you had such a green thumb, Maeve.
Well, back home, Mum always grew whatever she could. Homegrown vegetables help supplement.
Sign biohazard, you think?
When I was younger.
Ah, yes. Those were tough times.
Yeah. It did get better, thanks to Granddad.
Work
Life
that.
under Ark has never been easy.
Did I grab that other?
Wow. That thing is enormous. I've only heard of trees this big in stories.
Odd that they built this facility around it.
Humans are capable of existing alongside nature, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure whoever spent all this money
The
building
bunker.
this place just wants to sit under a tree and read.
Was that a person?
I can see a compound in there.
Ew. I have to reach in, don't I?
I'd do it if I could.
Yeah, it was a
What's
person.
funny?
Probably some kind of generic biological medium used for experiments. Like a petri dish.
Bioresearch.
Dave, go back. The spore density is too much here.
I
Your
started.
suit won't cope.
My health started going down immediately when I stepped in.
What about a new suit upgrade?
I believe the spores will infiltrate your suit, regardless. How's your biology knowledge?
Not great. I'm an engineer, Roland. You know we don't have scientists in the family.
Well, I suppose biology is just body engineering. That log you found earlier talks about creating an antigen against these spores. If you can gather the right ingredients, I think you could finish what they started. Biology lab back in the first part of the facility. Perhaps you could build one back at the outpost we can use.
Right, we have two things, I guess. Thought it was three. The Mu facility is crazy. Huge overgrown plants swarm the whole thing. Have even infested the interior spaces, blocking the way deeper into the habitats. There's also massive glowing plants all around this area and a bunch of solar panels pointed right at them. Seems like they were somehow obtaining energy from the light they give off. What an ingenious method of power generation for this strange place. I see, this is my message. Theta is a living nightmare. The whole place is infested by some sort of living growth, maybe a fungus of some sort. Flesh-like masses grow on every surface, and the plant life around is corrupted and disgusting. Turns out this underground wonderland is not exclusively beautiful. This disgusting stuff seems to be giving off huge amounts of spores. I can't get any further into the facility without some sort of protection against them. I dread to think what this stuff is doing to my lungs. I need a vaccine or antigen or something I can use to ward off the spores. That's mine. This is theirs. Were there 3? There were 5. Mycelia, we discovered a unique form of life. Okay, this is the possible hive mind of the mycelia. Note for Cindy, I found this key. Yep, that got us in. Fishing lure plans, arc gravity, yep. Oh, a whole bunch. Epsilon personal log, today's rant. Stop working with imbeciles. I remember reading that one. I put feeling into that. As someone who worked in IT, boy, can I identify. Get this shipment over to Lambda. We'll do what's in it. It's not your job to know. Been around long enough now to not ask what's going on in that place, surely. Sorry, boss. If Doc Sinclair thinks you're snooping around, she'll get your ass thrown down the borehole. You have any idea how cushy it is up here compared to working out of Omicron? I know, sorry. Alright. Just trying to look out for you. Use the usual code for this one. 7942. In Epsilon. 7942. Alright, we'll remember that's Samantha Coburn. 7924. Not 42. Material test positive. Yeah, that's the herbicide working. Our mission. Take an opportunity. It's about keeping everybody fed. I've been conducting a little side project in my spare time. Call it an insurance policy. Concern's been growing in my mind about the pseudo-fungus spores and the speed of their release and effect on a human body. One of the lab technicians failed to correctly follow containment procedure the other day, releasing a dense cloud of spores, which they promptly inhaled. There seemed to be no long-lasting effects that we've seen in any case, and the recovery was swift, but said technician was immediately incapacitated and almost incapable of any functioning for a good 5 to 10 minutes. My concern is that were a larger scale breach to occur the entire facility, staff could be incapacitated and unable to escape. God knows what the effects of the longer-term exposure would look like. Anyway, I've been looking at creating something of an antigen against the effect of these spores, which we could administer to the staff to avoid the situation occurring should the worst happen. Yet to be trialed, but I think that the natural resistance of local flora is the key. To protection from the spores, they have proven remarkably resistant. Theta Biodome Log, Christoph Tanz. Sometimes I like to just sit by the tree within the biodome and think for a bit. I don't know why, but often I'll suddenly discover the solution to a problem I'm working on, or have an idea of a new experiment to conduct. As far as I'm aware, the expedition calls them greatwood trees, and I can certainly see why, if it's due to their stature. There are several other huge specimens within the local area, though many of them, pardon the yawn, still maintain the natural pools around their bases. Our own resident had its pool filled in as part of the facility construction. Speaking of the pools, I stuck my hand in one last time over by Absalon, had the strangest feeling. A sense of bliss washed over me. I could have sworn I had a large cut on my index finger as well, but maybe it had already healed because it wasn't there when it came to my mind again after that. Anyway, I'm rambling. I guess I just really like these trees. Bunny 39FX, subject status expired, cause of expiration, catastrophic ocular hemorrhage. Doesn't sound like it's just some testing medium if you have eye bleeding. Catastrophic eye bleeding causing death. Okay, pass. Hard pass. Application of randomized local flora applied in 17 microgram doses to mycelial anomaly TS01. See below for addendum regarding formal species designation in order to identify final compound required for an effective potential antigen. Analysis showed no effect from samples, blah, 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 blah. Protocol note, submissions of additional samples from Gustav Moe to be declined. Moderately reduced subject inflammatory response when mycelial anomaly was exposed to sample TS09 was recorded to have been sourced from a degraded specimen. Dr. Tanz has been tasked with collection of additional sample variants of TS9, informally designated life shrooms, with assistance from S. Parker. I have assigned mycelial anomaly TS01 the species designation Incudi spectacularis. Team-wide adoption is pending. Personal note, Harlow asked me about the TS01 data. Did Shujin go behind my back and tell Tanya about my theory? Why does the AI guy want to know about this stuff anyway? Personal note, additional, speak to the team about species designations and proper respect for scientific decorum. Alright. And it is 7924. We're going to see if it goes to where I hope it does. Yeah, we don't need the to burn a servo motor on something that we can take a couple seconds to just jump around. But I will use the one outside of the back entrance here. Epsilon. Seven 924. Storage 7924. No? Did I get the number wrong? Or is it for something else? 7924. Lambda. What's in it? Shipping, receiving an Epsilon. Use usual code for this one, 7924. Not that one, which sadly would have made sense. Odd. So we will use this extra servo motor here, as this will make it much faster to get to Mu and Lambda. And that is reason enough. Like that. Nothing in there, I assume. All right. Just doing a quick check, make sure I'm not missing anything. They do like to leave blueprints sitting around in unexpected places. I'll go up and see where everything sits, stands, dances. There is also one more box outside, up at the top, on the surface. You can try that. It's right over here. Seven, 9, 2, 4.
Dr. Harlow, head of AI research. I must admit,
That's not it.
somewhat any curiosity about this subject.
You've always been a curious one, Roland. No other AI construct I've ever met seems interested in anything like that. They all sort of seem to just plod along.
I suppose part of it is finally being able to ask that sort of question freely, instead of hiding behind my dumb, facade.
You know we had no choice, right? Ark would have freaked out if they knew you were different. Everyone would have.
Well, evil AI minds blocking humanity's obsolescence.
Well, I'm glad you now feel free to ask all the questions. Now, can you hand me that hypo spray?
What hypo? Hush, meatbag.
Hush, meatbag. That's a really good answer. I have no answer for that. Actually, we don't need that there. What we do need is placeables. We've got another Jenkins. That's 3 Jenkins. I think there are 8. I got 7 out of the 8 my first playthrough. Oh, we got the zombie Jenkins too. Didn't even remember that. That's 4. 4 Jenkinses. Anything else need to go in here? The cargo drone probably can go in there. Don't have a lot of space left in there. Pick up the bottled water. Water! Oh, let's see. Those can go, I think. Oh, we had a mushroom. What kind of mushroom is that? That was the mold shroom. I kind of want to keep that one, I think. Why do you have to be this way? 7 of them. That's why. Let's see if there's anything we can sell. We do have one excellent blade stone, Vitaglass. Used in crafting of intricate lenses. We're probably going to need that. A 1,000 credit chip. Yes, please. 2 200s. The Glotus seeds can go. The Glotus fruit can go. Corvo leaves. Can go. Ooh, the deep stone. A lot of that can go. 35. Hell, all of that can go. We're up to 6,400. Packaged foodstuffs. Wait, what? Don't tell me that. Anger, rage, fury. Oh, why am I right-clicking? Do not right-click, Lens. What? Do not right-click, Lens. Who? Try not to be a complete and utter and total dope, Lens. I'm sorry, are you talking to me? Were you saying something? Were your lips moving?
So tired.
Okay, well, we'll sleep.
Sleep.
Okay, we'll sleep. We'll sleep. Okay, fine, we'll sleep. We'll sleep. I'm pooped. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've had a busy day. We'll sleep until morning. We'll give ourselves a night off, you know. I'm feeling so much better. Of course, I did go to sleep carrying around, like, 40 pounds or kilos of stuff. Interesting that there's no market for the cactus fruit or the biomass. Nope. Right. No, it's back in the last room. Over here. Let's see. Medium terraforming charge, we may need that. Oh, we want the gold ore. Give me the gold ore back. Come on, give me the gold ore back. Oh, we don't want that. Now we got us a little bit more gold, because we like gold. Over here, Kaolite. Kaolite is going in here, I believe. For the most part. We also have... no, nothing else there. Over here. All of that stuff is fine where it is. Drop off the splodies. Don't need the fishing lures. Alright, what did we have new to construct? Nothing new to make there. Fuel rod housing. I think we probably need that. Thick protective casing for nuclear reactors. I think we're going to need that along with the fuel core. RTG reactor core. We can now craft these. Oh, from the nuclear fuel rod and a fuel rod housing. That probably has to actually go to mycelial, inner glow, compromise, craft a fuel rod housing. Combine the fuel rod housing and fuel rod, crafting a reactor core. Place the reactor core, right. So we've got that. We'll need 2 advanced electronics. We have 1 of those. The recipe for the second? We do not. And 1 fuel rod housing, which is 2 meteorite frames and 5 tangrite bars. Check the upgrades first. We don't have enough. We've got that. Leg servos. Additional movement speed wouldn't be bad. Air tank expansion would be good. Shock absorbers, electrostatic field, that's cosmetic. Tether range. Battery capacity. It's already owned, okay. That's the upgrades. Visual customizations. Crafting plans. Terraforming charge large. We'd need. That's 3,850. How much do we have? 14K. Advanced electronics. That one we need right now, we know. Okay, and the blueprints. Core hab. Probably going to need that. Manufacturing hab, we're close. We need another. We need 2,800 more spent to open up tier 3. What did we need? We needed to be able to construct a biology lab. Is that manufacturing hab? I don't see it in there. Floodlight, no. Those are cosmetics. Cool ones, granted. Oh, how much was it? 2,800. What's the hub habitat? Oh. Materials refined in this habitat can sometimes produce bonus rare geodes. Okay. Recycling station is 880. The super. We definitely need the super heating kiln. And then the core hab. Biomass planter. To create purified biomass. Plant grow bed, aquaculture. Yeah, I think we'll just grab the core hab. That would be enough. Trudy! Hi, Trudy.
Hey, great to see you.
Oh, it's
I'm
nice to see
delighted
you
to inform
too.
That you've now reached level 3 of the ARC Partnership Program.
It's so good.
How does it feel to be an official resource associate? Oh, I'm delighted. I bet you are. You're making such great progress. I'll have even more lucrative special contracts for you soon. But keep going. Level 4 awaits.
Oh, I can't wait.
Dave, how does it feel to be such a valiant partner?
Don't make me punch you, Roland.
It's a little bit stupid, isn't it? Oh well, we still have some new blueprints we can unlock for the outposts. And those contracts are pretty well paid.
So far, we've only found one of the eggs we need 10 of. I'll probably run around trying to get the other 9 of those too tonight. Manufacturing hab we can afford. Lion Crow. Don't think we need any of those. Storage container. That requires a servo motor? Come on! Why? Storage silo. 2,000 storage. Now we're talking. Okay, that requires 2 servos. 2,000? Yeah. 3,300, huh? Yep. Okay. Yep, we got it. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all good here. How are you? An airlock must be attached to a door and connected. Raw materials refined. That's the manufacturing. Crafting recipes for component type require less resources than this have. That's 3,300. That's 2,750. Hardened glass. All right, we spent a whole bunch of money. We're halfway to tier 4 already. I am most certainly going to be continuing after stream. Probably gathering more materials and building stuff up, but no story stuff. Structures, we have the core hab, the cargo hab, the hub hab. We've added those. Those are new, the others are just various connectors. Okay, the facilities. The superheating kiln. A biology lab. And the cooking station. Again, I'm not using the must eat and drink options. Cargo Bay Mark II. Platforms, lighting, storage. The storage silo. Lots more decorations. Solar power. Alright. One thing I did want to check really quick before I forget. Forget what? It's full. We have an automated mining station downstairs. And that's the delivery point. Alright. That goes there. That is Kaolite. That's the basic smelter. We're using keeping the Kaolite there for now. Silica. We can go ahead and I think crush up more ruby too. Granted, that's 2,400 credits worth of rubies, but we need the dust sometimes. Sacrifices have to be made. I do have one of the oxygen domes. Doesn't last for long. As we discovered. Much to my surprise and chagrin. Alright, well, I think this is a good place for me to call it an evening. Like I said, I'll probably be playing more of this off stream. Let's get in here with the Jenkinses. The Jenkins boys. There they are. Got Wizard and Warrior and looks like a football player. I'm not sure which that one is. Anyway. As always, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I appreciate it a great deal. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand with more Aethus. Probably have made some new habs and connected stuff up and possibly moved the whole base and rearranged and added some additional stuff. So I may be doing some farming of materials and stuff off stream, but I will not be doing any more of the story until tomorrow. Again, thank you guys very much for hanging out. Hopefully you will see me soon. I hope the rest of your Tuesday night goes okay, or possibly Wednesday morning. Yeah, that's going to do it. Again, thanks for hanging. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.